I'm Kimberly Barton from Kinetic Realty, and I wanted to take a moment to talk about the coronavirus 19 and effect on real estate. Obviously, we are all practicing good hand washing, hygiene, and social distancing, self-quarantine, and in our offices we are closed to the public, and our staff and associates are working remotely from home. As far as the physical side of what we do in real estate, a lot of sellers are prohibiting showings at this time as their family is self-quarantining and practicing social distancing. Of those sellers that are allowing showings, they are being very particular about how the showings are handled. They want the buyers to remove their shoes or cover their shoes with provided sterile booties, wash their hands or hand sanitize prior to entering the home, reducing or limiting the buyers touching any surfaces, and then post showing the sellers are going in and doing a very deep disinfecting. Or as buyers who are concerned, a lot of the buyers have opted not to go out to see properties until this period of self-quarantine is over, and in that vein they are still reviewing properties and considering things online through the many portals that they can view. Although we are not hosting physical open houses at this time, we are planning to host virtual open houses, and as schedules are made available, we will circulate that information. We will probably see an impact on real estate. However, I don't want anyone to look at this as being doom and gloom or potential for a massive housing crisis. Interest rates are low right now, and they were reduced even lower the other day when the Fed cut the rate to 0, which means that buyers are going to be able to afford more house when they do re-engage in their search. And that will bode well for sellers since the inventory is extremely limited in all price ranges. So there will be less competition and more available buyers to see properties. Long-term effects are unknown. Obviously, other generations have experienced something similar. We as a generation have not. So it's to be seen how this is going to pan out. Obviously, a lot of people are worried right now financially, since the majority of Americans do live paycheck to paycheck with limited savings. There will be some concern about paying bills and their rent and housing expenses. As always, my advice is to be educated, not panic, and make sure that you are engaged with the news, but not rely upon the news and consume the news on a continual basis. That does nothing good for the mindset and creates more fear, anxiety, and panic. Engage with your family and friends online through virtual means. Make sure that you do reach out and connect, and don't isolate yourself, which can create other situations for a negative mindset. Get out and enjoy the weather. Right now, Maryland has very favorable weather, and it's great to start a new exercise program. In fact, this is probably one of the good times to start a hobby or project or learn something new that you have always wanted to do so, because you are limited to staying confined. One of the other things I always recommend to my clients, friends, and family is to make sure that you conserve cash. Don't spend your cash on unnecessary items just because you're at home and the shopping network or websites are pounding you right now with emails saying buy this, this is on sale. So one final thought while you are out and about: please practice kindness and understanding. Right now, a lot of people are experiencing fear and panic, and fear breeds bad behavior. Bad behavior can negatively affect everyone. Don't allow their bad behavior to influence you or affect you. Brush it off and move on. If I can be of any service, you have any questions whatsoever, you want to engage and have a virtual meeting, please let me know. And I look forward to giving you another update as we see how things pan out and continue to affect our area and real estate. Have a great day and take care.